Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So in front of us today, we're going to be taking a look at the Spigen Nano Pop case for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. So quickly taking a look at the packaging, we do have the Spigen logo up top. Down here, we do have a nice little image of what the case looks like, and that this is a MagFit compatible case. So this does have MagSafe compatibility. On the bottom, it does say that this is the Black Sesame version, so that is going to be the color. This does also come in multiple colors, and again, if you do want to check them out, there will be a link in the description. So let's go ahead and open this up. So pulling our tab up, inside we do get our case, and there is nothing else inside of there. And if we do take our case out of its pouch, here is a first look at our Nano Pop case. Again, their Nano Pop series is a two-tone colored case. This one is going to be the black and gray version. I believe there is this navy and yellow color as well. I have tried that out before, but again, I did want to go for this one. This is a little more stealthy, and it does look a little more minimal and clean in my opinion, especially with the jet black titanium S25 Ultra. I do really like their Nano Pop series because they still do offer some decent protection, and they also do look really nice. So before placing our phone inside, here is a look at what the inside looks like. Here is our magnetic ring for our MagSafe. The material on the inside is hard plastic, so nothing too major there. It does say air cushion technology on the very edge, so basically on the edges of this case there are little air pockets. Once you do place your phone inside of there, air gets trapped, and so that does absorb the main shock when you do actually drop your phone on the ground, so your phone doesn't actually absorb that shock. Other than that, not really much else to talk about on the inside, so let's go ahead and place our phone inside of this. Alright, starting from the right side where our buttons are located, just gonna go ahead and push in, and voila, that is a nice and perfect fit. So here's a look at our phone inside of the case from the back, and wow, this is looking really nice. This might be one of my favorite Spigen cases right now, especially with the cutouts right here, the nice little gray indent they have, and also the clean look that this case provides. So the back does have this nice finish to it. It doesn't feel weird, it feels really nice and smooth. We do have the Spigen logo on the very bottom. This is indented so you can actually feel it. They have cut this out, but that isn't a problem. If we do take a look at our camera lip, we can see that it isn't too large. However, it does manage to protect those camera lenses and keep them inside. So if you do drop it on its back, in most circumstances your phone should be perfectly fine and your camera lenses should stay very nice and clean. Other than that, not really much else on the back right here. If we do move to the right side, we do see our power button and our volume marker, and again with this case they have added some extra grip. So here's a close-up right there. This portion does have a nice little texture to it. You can actually feel it very well, and that does also go on to the left side of this case as well, where we can see our Spigen logo right there. So not too much branding, it's still very minimal and barely visible, and something you won't really notice, which doesn't bother me. Again, up top we do have our microphone cutout, and if we do move on to the bottom, here's a cutout for our S Pen, which is looking really nice, and then we do have our charging port cutout and speaker grill cutout right here. Quickly testing out the S Pen cutout, this is an important factor for the people that do use the S Pen. It's very nice and easily accessible. They have made a perfect cutout while also still keeping the protection of that edge right there, and so this is really nice. Finally, again on the right side, we do have our lanyard hole for the people that do use lanyards with their cases. Alright, moving to the front of this case, here is a look at that lip. So we do have a nice large lip that is covering the whole display all across, so no issues with the front protection. If you do drop it on its face or just lay it flat on a table, this won't scratch your display, which is an issue that I have when I'm not using a case. When you do place it down, or if the lip isn't large enough, it does sometimes rub onto your desk or rub onto wherever you placed it, and you do get those micro scratches. But with this, you won't have those problems. Also, it's large enough to actually place a screen protector on there and still have the screen protector under the lip that's going across the display, so it will prevent your screen protector from scratching either, which is really nice. Up top, we do have a nice little cutout for our speaker grill, so we won't be losing out on any sound quality. And other than that, overall, the design of this case is really nice, and it does look very clean. This might actually be the case I'll rock for a couple of days, because from my first impressions, I'm already loving the look of this. Overall, the fit and feel of this case is really nice, especially with this grip right here, so it won't really slide out of your hand. Again, you can just move this around like this and you can feel that your hand is gripped onto there, so there's no chance of this phone flying out. Plus, it doesn't add too much bulk to the phone. Even though this is a fairly large phone, it actually feels more comfortable in the hand, especially with this case right here. Again, this isn't just specific to this case, but using a case with these types of phones does always make it feel a little better, especially since the edges are now rounded off and they are a little more smooth. Moving on, let's go ahead and talk about one of the most important parts for me. That is going to be the buttons right here. I really do hate cases that have buttons buttons that are very hard to press. And so if Spigen did a good job with this, again, this might be the case that I'll actually go ahead and daily from now on. So starting off the power button in 3, 2, 1. Very nice and clicky, has a very tactical feel to it. And then our volume marker, again, very nice and clicky. So Spigen usually does a great job with this, but it's always good to test this out. And again, they have nailed it with this case right here. Finally, I do want to talk about the MagSafe. Again, that is a very important part of my life because I use a lot of MagSafe products, and having no Qi 2 on this S25 Ultra, or at least the Qi 2 magnets, did get annoying when I was using it without a case. And so if the magnets are strong with this case right here and we have no problems, again, this is going to be a really great case. And to test that out here, I have a fairly large power bank. I hope this actually stays on there when we do the shake test, and again, hope it passes this test. So plopping it on, the magnets feel okay. They're not the strongest from first impressions. We do get our wireless charging. Again, this is Qi 2 compatible. And if we do the shake test real quick in 3, 2, 1, it does come off. So again, it does hold on really well, but I have seen cases that hold on a lot better than this. And so it's kind of a disappointment that it did come off like that. But again, it might be because of the camera lip right there. So that has been a problem with a lot of the S25 cases I've been trying, especially with larger products like this power bank. As you can see, the left side is a little lifted up because of the camera ring. It doesn't sit flush like the right side, and so that has become a problem. But again, overall, it's not too bad. It'll still hold on to your product or your phone when you're putting it on your car mount, or maybe just your desk stand that you have. But again, it would have been nicer to see the magnets be a little stronger so they could accommodate for the negative right here. So that will basically wrap it up for this video. As always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And again, if you do want to check this product out, there will be a link in the description. So see y'all in the next one.